Hey, it's Chris Aiken from the Classic Metal Show. Most people know me as the foul-mouthed shock jock from the Classic Metal Show, or the no-nonsense heavy metal critic from pitriff.com. Now you get to learn the other side. My first book, Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness, comes out on January 13th in paperback and digital formats on Amazon and iTunes. It details my real-world emotional struggles over a year that included a divorce after a quarter-century of marriage and the death of my father. It profiles things I did right, as well as a bevy of things that I did wrong with the help of alcohol, and how I found my way out of the muck of the emotional state that almost saw me commit suicide. Pre-order your copy of Little Victories, A Tale of Divorce, Debauchery, and Finding Happiness today at www.chrisaikenbooks.com and get in touch with the more fallible side of me, Chris Aiken. Sounds happy, huh?
It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That, of course, is Quiet Riot, not featuring Jizzy Pearl.
That was Jizzy singing.
Yeah.
No?
That was the deceased Kevin Dubrow.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead, and you called him live on the air when he was dead.
I did. I called his phone when he was dead.
That was the creepiest fucking thing we've ever done on this show.
Yeah, that is true.
I have to admit, I listened to that. I was like, wow, they called a dead guy.
Yeah. We were just curious who's going to pick the phone up if it was disconnected or... Hi, this is Kevin Dubrow's cell phone.
Yeah, but you're not even telling the whole story.
Yeah, but
it was the week he died.
Yeah, it was basically when it was announced he was found dead.
He was dead on Tuesday, and by Saturday we're calling his phone. Hey, Kevin, what's up?
Are you alive?
Yeah. Kevin, are you answering?
Right. Yeah, I died of a speedball from heart attack.
Hey,
didn't one of you guys say, "What if he actually answers"? Was that one of the things
that would freak you out if he just actually answered.
Oh, Daly, what's up, man? No, he'd be like Chow in the second Hangover movie, like
right.
where he just had a heart attack, but he wasn't quite dead.
I just need a bump. Just need to take a bump.
You guys ready for the craziest story ever?
He did need a bump.
Yeah, but
a heart bump.
Yeah. Hey, what's so freaky about Kevin is that when I did interview him the last time, I was talking about he was, how old was he? 54?
Yeah,
something
he was 54. Like that. He was Bartek's age.
And I was complimenting him on his physical condition because he always stayed in good shape and he was always lean and always looking, fairly youthful for his age. And he goes, oh, yeah, I eat right, and I exercise, and I don't do drugs, and I don't do this. And they come to find out that he did himself in with a big speedball.
Other than that occasional coke problem I have, I don't do any drugs.
I was out on the strip, and some guy was dealing. I thought, that would be great if we could just, do a speedball. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill, boys. It's Motorhead.
Hey, what's up, Motorhead?
Not a lot. Just phone and fuck. For some reason, we're way behind you guys tonight.
Did you enjoy the dominatrix session?
Well, I still got a stiffy, right? What can you say?
Is this the Canadian guy?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, he doesn't have any wood chippers, but he's got 3 log splitters in the burn.
What's that about, eh?
And he got 2 are for logs, 1's for kindling.
Nice.
Kindling.
Motorhead, I gotta be honest with you. You are the topic of conversation in my office at least once to twice a week.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, that's cool.
Because me and a couple of at least one of my colleagues, we're fans of the Fargo movie, and whenever we throw in some Fargo references, we can't help to say, and we listen to the CMS up in the barn. We don't have any logs, we don't have any wood chippers, but we got 3 log splitters.
Right on. It's funny. Like I played it for the boys at work, and they don't get it at all.
So we've actually added those lines as part of the Fargo movie Lost, the Lost segment.
Nice. Yeah. Well, what can I say? I'm the Fargo kid, right?
Right. So what can we do for you? What can we do for you tonight?
Well, nothing. I just noticed you guys are probably as drunk as I am, so I thought, fuck it, I'll call in.
Well, Chris is the one drunk one here.
I was going to say, Neely and I have had a few, but nothing near what Chris has had.
Chris
has had a couple.
Chris is drinking Fade to Black.
Yes.
It's very metal.
That's super metal. I'm drinking Absolute, so fuck, I'm Swedish metal.
So Chris is drinking a Metallica favorite.
Well, I hate to say it, Metallica sucks since Master of Puppets.
Hey.
And that's
Justice
why-
for All was kick-ass, man.
What?
Oh, come on now. Did you guys not get that record up in Canada, eh?
Fortune, fame.
Yeah, we did, but fuck.
Because the memory remains, yeah! memory remains.
That's even worse.
So you don't like Injustice for All?
No, absolutely not.
You've
I
got
bought
to be
that
kidding
album. I
me.
was so fucking mad at myself.
Well, how can you not like Injustice for All with stuff like Blackened and Shortest Straw, Harvester of Sorrow, Dyer's Eve?
Yeah.
Look what you did, damn it!
I'm almost positive James got a copy with that song.
Oh my god!
It sucks.
Look at this. Now you got him playing crap off a load.
Come on, man, sing it.
You're the one that knows the words.
I don't know this one at all. Don't you know?
There's a devil waiting outside your door.
Devil waiting outside your door.
And he's weak with evil and broken by the world.
What, are you out of your mind? Oh no.
Okay, is this John I'm talking to?
I am a chorus of the voices.
I am the table.
Of the magnet.
Look at this. See what you did, Motorhead? Now he's playing Lulu. Look what you brought to the show tonight.
Oh my God, not Lulu.
I attract you.
Would you rather listen to Lulu or Injustice for All?
Science of the heart. And
Don't talk over greatness.
I am a corpse.
The coldest of most beauties is a challenge that our youth must quickly conquer. There is no time for guilt or second guessing, based on feelings.
Based on feelings.
I am the truth, the beauty that causes you to cross your sacred
Motorhead. Oh
boundaries.
my God. What did you do?
I think the penance that was paid for this was the death of Lou Reed.
Yeah, right?
I think most Metallica fans are celebrating the death of Lou Reed so that he won't fucking come back with a part 2 to this shit.
Oh my God.
What do you want to bet that Metallica releases an EP with like 2 or 3 other songs that they didn't release on this fucking abomination?
They will never put anything out. What did that thing sell? Like 17,000 copies? And like you put out a Metallica record and it goes like platinum immediately. They put out Lulu, and even like the most hardcore, stupid Metallica fans that enjoyed Saint Anger didn't even bother with it.
Angel of Death said, fuck off with this shit.
That's Motorhead's fault.
He's calling back.
You can wait a minute. I'm playing Lulu.
See what you did, Motorhead? You gotta play
Listen.
Lulu. That's what you get for not liking Injustice for All. That's right.
Don't speak. This is intelligent metal.
This is thinking man's metal.
I'm getting it.
Michael Butler would like this.
Which is worse, Lars' drumming or Lou Reed's vocals on this record?
Lou Reed's vocals.
Nostradamus or Lulu?
I'd take Lulu.
Over Nostradamus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Not even a thought. Listen to that. Listen to that.
us the Crash Test Dummies?
Would you come to me?
Shh. Big lyrics coming.
If I was half drowning.
Read that again, Stephanie.
Nathan.
Nathan from Kentucky said, "Why couldn't Lou Reed have died before this came out?" Yeah, there we go.
All right,
Hail
Motorhead.
and kill. That's not
Hail and
Motorhead.
kill, caller. You're on the air.
Greetings and salutations.
Oh, hello, Mr. Tate.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Tate. How are you?
Good evening. Is that Jonathan?
Yes, it is.
It's Jonathan, sir.
Nice to speak to you again,
hello,
sir.
Jonathan. Hello, Christopher, and hello, Neely, and the whole gang. All the ships at sea, as it were.
Right.
We also have the lovely Stephanie in studio tonight, Mr. Tate.
Ah, yes, Miss Stephanie, the lovely lady. May I extend my hand in greeting to you, Miss Stephanie?
Hello.
You don't sound all that thrilled to make the acquaintance of me, Geoff Tate. Might I remind you that I am Jeff with a G? I am the voice of Queensrÿche. Does not get your panties in a wet twist?
Sorry, I'm still thinking about V.
You know, Miss Stephanie, I have followed your career somewhat closely via this broadcast, and I must say that you're selling yourself short, slumming with these animals.
I'm
You
not
could do
a
much
career
better
girl.
with a real man like myself.
Yes.
You know, you settled for these schlubs because something has taught you that your experiences have led you to believe that that's all there is to it among the male species. I can teach you otherwise.
Wow.
Are you calling the fucking legend Nostradamus a slug?
Absolutely.
You're an asshole. With a G.
Most decidedly so.
I have to admit, Mr. Tate,
asshole.
I do try to live up to your the way that you would treat her, and I'm not quite sure I'm even anywhere near close.
Well, they are lofty standards, I must admit, but I'm quite a lofty fellow.
You do live to the extreme, Jeff.
Well, as a matter of fact, I wanted to call and voice my opinion, chime in on the previous segment about Miss Veronica.
Veronica, she's now becoming a dominatrix, Jeff. Do you have any experience with that?
Well, let me just, my own experience aside, been there, done that, bought the shirt.
Miranda.
Bought the ball gag, bought the, the
Did you just say you bought the ball gag?
All the accessories, I have a closet full, I have a treasure trove of accoutrements.
Accoutrements?
Now, as I was saying, about Miss Veronica specifically.
Yes.
Wow, who saw this coming? Veronica, a dominatrix? Gee, what a surprise, a real shocker, with an album title like Obey and lines like, "You want me?" in a growly voice.
Yeah.
I with all due respect to Mr. Neely, I think she puts the dick in Benedictum.
Nice.
I think we need to use the ball gag on the 15th.
Wow. Well, I'll pass your sentiments
go.
along to her, Jeff, unless, of course, you want to do that in person.
And that is entirely possible. I am Geoff Tate. I'm up to the challenge, so to speak. You could take that in any way you want, but also, this whole idea of women in metal, and the only way to go is to become a leather-clad, wood-cracking sex kitten. It's just so trite. It's so hackneyed. It's so
hackneyed.
It's played out, as my African American friends would say. There's nothing new about what Miss Freeman is doing. I use the word Miss somewhat loosely because I've had some growing doubts lately.
In what regard, Jeff? What do you mean? you've had some doubts. You think she's a man?
Well, I thought I spelled it out for you just now, quite clearly. I'm not entirely sure that she's. Well, she may be female now, but I am not 100% sure that she was born that way.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know that she was born that way, to quote Lady Gaga. You see, I have what you might call eclectic tastes.
Yeah. Wow,
or even eclectic.
Well, that's an interesting. I don't know what you want to call it, a concept or.
So Geoff, let me just ask you.
I would call it a hypothesis.
Geoff, what is it about Miss Freeman that gives you the sensation of like a penile previous life?
Well, there is the height. There is the deep voice. There is the attraction to heavy metal music, which girly girls, it's not their thing. And sure enough, she's a woodcracker and a dominatrix. I have a friend who, just from this friend's experiences, I tend to look with a bit of doubt upon, the genuineness of the femininity of practitioners.
Well, that begs an interesting question, Geoff, because being a fan of the show and sometimes on the mic, I have heard several segments where you've called in and done an excellent job, by the way.
Of course he has.
But
Geoff Tate.
You have said in the past that to phrase it, to be boorish about it, you wanted a piece of Miss Veronica, and yet now you are kind of inferring that she might be.
I'm having second thoughts. But I've been going through a bit of confusion lately in that regard. What I really want, I've had so many experiences, but there's so much more out there. I'm not a man who, I'm always one who is quick to snatch up any cupcake left on the great table of life.
Why don't you just go bang Miranda?
I want to point out the fact that you use the word snatch, Geoff.
There was a method to my madness.
course.
No word is said lightly.
Now, Geoff,
getting back to Miss Freeman, Christopher, this is mainly directed at you. I've been reading your little blog. You've been, salivating at the mouth and, weeping at the one eye about Miss Freeman lately.
Weeping at the one eye.
Yeah.
You're leaving snail trails in your tidy whities.
Okay.
And it's sort of spilled over in, so to speak, and colored your perceptions of all these female-fronted heavy metal bands. I read your glowing review of some traveling circus called, Fist Fuck in the Bathroom or something.
That would be fist fight in like the hallway or something, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And I want to ask you, what is it with all this bitch rock? Whatever happened to the Brotherhood of Metal?
I love twat rock, man. I am all about twat rock. I love it.
But what about the Brotherhood of Metal?
Look, I ruined the Brotherhood of Metal. You've heard the IDs.
I've heard it, and I want to know why you would do such a thing. Are we not men here? Whatever happened to the no girls allowed policy in this treehouse of ours?
Geoff, I am recently single. I am chasing pussy every chance I get.
You are absolutely pussy whipped, and it discourages me.
How am I pussy whipped? I'm not pussy whipped.
You have turned traitor for a piece of tail.
For a lot of pieces of tail.
You have betrayed your metalness. I want your metal card on my desk tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
As long as you trade it out for me for a fucking clit trail, I'm in, man.
You're missing a major blockbuster here on the Classic Metal Show.
Which is what?
Geoff Tate is claiming to be metal again, it sounds like to me.
Yeah, Geoff, what about that?
Was Frequency Unknown not a metal record?
The Metalist.
Or was it a reggae record? Or possibly a jazz record?
No.
Maybe even country?
Jeff, you
it was
have
a
denied
record.
your metal
Look,
roots in the past.
Anybody that brings Craig Lucicero on to play guitar on his album is fucking clearly a metal guy.
Absolutely. Now, I know what side my bread is buttered on.
That's right.
Do you?
Why didn't you get fucking Thayer on there then? That dickhead.
I've got to double down on, I'm in negotiations right now, very serious negotiations, mediation and all that sort of serious thing. I can't afford to dilly-dally and waffle about.
But Jeff, so hold on, Jeff. So you're actually, after all this time of giving me this sound advice to chase pussy, you're telling me to stop chasing pussy.
It's coloring your perceptions of music now. Chicks are one thing, but music has never let you down in the grand scheme of things. What's more important to you, chicks or music?
Chicks.
You're never going to get too old for music.
Metal before pussy.
Chicks. I'm all in.
Lately the whole chick thing has become. I live in a house full of women. I live with my lovely wife Susan. And all, we have 4 daughters. I live with them. I mean, you've spoken with Miranda. You know what it's like.
Right, sure.
That's my life.
Right.
I hear this twittering and tweedling all day long, and I'm over it. I want to be in the company of men.
But Jeff,
I gotta ask you, Jeff. Twittering and tweedling. That's what goes on in your house?
Absolutely. Miranda and her friends have a slumber party, and, you walk past the room there, and
That would be tittering, Jeff. That would be tittering.
Tittering and twattering and...
But, Jeff... You live your life to the extreme, and I live extremely to chase pussy.
Well, everybody's free to be you and me, but I feel like you're deserting the clubhouse.
Only until I lock in some steady
You're
puss.
betraying our sacred bond of metalness.
Jeff, it's only until I lock in some fucking steady pussy. Sometimes you got to do that.
Then you'll want to spend time with it, and then you'll ditch the show because of it. And then where will I be? I will have lost one of my closest male confidants.
No, that's never going to happen, Jeff. It's a ruse. I lie to these bitches, Jeff.
It happened before.
Yeah, but that was a hazardous bitch that would cost me money to not do it for.
Chris, you're going to end up having to have Mr. Tate co-host with Neely in your place, and he already has a full plate. His schedule is...
I look forward to that. Neely is a man's man. We can, sit back and drink cognac and, it's Insania wine, of course. We can smoke cigars. We can talk about polo. We can, You play the ponies, don't you, Wendell?
Absolutely. With a name like Wendell, you have to do sophisticated activities outside of just metal.
We can elevate this program from the sea of stupidity that Christopher has brought it down to. We can rid ourselves of the albatross of Mr. Agan around our necks.
Wow, really? As one of your most loyal supporters, you're going to throw me under the bus like that?
Well, I don't know about that loyal supporter business as we discussed last week.
Jeff.
I've always had my doubts,
You have your doubts about me, but not Neely.
God, he's opening up today of all day.
Because Neely doesn't get down into the muck and the mud and the horse shit. Because he rises above that and doesn't get into the shit talking. And you just feel free to just send it all his way.
Jeff, so in a nutshell, you are saying that Chris has mired the show in inanity, correct?
Well, I mean, listen to what happens when Neely is not around. We have the Squitter episode. You like me bringing that up, don't you, Miss Stephanie?
I wasn't listening at all.
Steph was in the chat room, and she
What was
actually.
the question?
You don't want to ask that.
Mr. Tate's accusation is that when Neely is not on the show, it devolves to such a state that things such as the Squirter episode happen. And he asked if you were familiar with that episode.
Yes.
The real Geoff Tate?
You like me bringing that up, don't you?
Do what?
He said,
You like him
You like me
bringing that up.
the Squirter
Don't give a
episode, don't you?
shit.
Are you listening to the show, I take it?
I think she's
All
getting
right, run
upset.
along now, but
I think
run
she's
along
getting
now.
upset at
boys
just
would
the
like to have
mention
a
of the
circle
Squirter
jerk.
episode.
No, I really don't give a shit. I just said I don't give a shit.
Easy.
She's quite upset about that, Jeff.
I can tell. I am a skilled diviner of female emotions from long experience with Susan and her ilk. I can tell the toss of the hair, the flouncing out of the room. I don't care. Of course she does.
It's just that.
Jeff, as knowing her as I do as my fiance, I think, I think I agree with you definitely, and
I just hear her then I hear her in the background going. "Nyeh, nyeh, 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 nyeh."
I can't hear a word you're saying. Hold on.
she can't. She's putting on her headphones, Jeff. She's having a hard time hearing you over the speakers.
Okay, now what?
I would take that bitch to school.
You couldn't take me anywhere, honey. Now what'd you say?
You really think?
Little do you know about that.
Stephanie? Do you really think that the legendary Geoff Tate could not take you to school?
My little lemon drop, you have a need for the education of Geoff Tate. Now, when I get you and Susan together, it's time for a Jeff sandwich.
Lemon drop?
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
Lemon drop.
I will teach you mathematics, and Susan will teach you social studies.
Who the...
And then we'll have phys ed.
You're on the air, right, Steph?
Yeah,
And then we'll
I'm
have
not
recess.
listening to him.
And I'll have lunch.
Wow.
Oh!
And I'll have lunch, a box lunch.
I'm having more
just hung up
interesting
on
conversation with Angel of Death and Angie in the chat room.
Mr. Tate, I think Stephanie's finally
Angel
gotten
of
so
Death,
annoyed that
you
she's
picked
trying
the
to she's pretending to not pay attention.
She's trying to tell you to fuck off in a
Angie,
nice way.
I agree with you. This guy does suck donkey balls.
Wow.
What is?
Speaking with the less than charming Miss Stephanie, it's rekindling my affection for Miss Freeman. At least she played along. Even if she doesn't have a penis.
I do have to.
Obviously, you didn't listen to the Squirter episode if you think I have a penis.
Not you.
No, see,
I'm only half
I am
listening.
trying to figure out whose penis is larger. Veronica's or Angel of Death?
Whoa.
Stephanie? What do you think,
I think
Stephanie?
we've all seen Angel of Death, and she doesn't have a penis either.
There's no penis on Angel of Death. Jesus.
Aha! I told you, Wendell. I told you. Now, Stephanie agreed with me. That's not a girl.
Well, I don't know, Jeff. I haven't had tactile confirmation of that, so I can't tell you for sure. But just from the photos, she's a work of art.
Anybody can get those pictures off the internet.
Sure.
Funny thing, Mr.
Don't tell
Tate.
me. Are you really so wet behind the ears that you take a picture at its word?
All I know is what I've seen, Jeff. I can't vouch for the validity of it.
You're so gullible, Wendell. You're so very gullible.
Mr. Tate, since you brought up
would you like to enroll in school with us as well?
Probably. I should probably take a course.
You'd like to matriculate with Susan, wouldn't you?
Right.
Now, Mr.
All
Tate,
the little boys are looking through their dictionaries wondering, does matriculate mean something dirty?
It sounds like a dirty word, but I don't think it is.
Something to do with stroking your dick, isn't it?
He thinks there's something, a little trail of fluid matriculating out of my cock.
Right. That's mediculating.
Yeah, that's
Get your
mediculating.
mind out of the gutter, boys.
Exactly. Yeah. Really.
Now, Mr. Tate, since you were listening to the Veronica segment about the dominatrix, and she said that she would be the dom, would you submit to Veronica, or would you try to be the dom? Which would be your preferred?
Well, I can swing both ways, as it were. And I did hear the segment. I did catch the tail end of it, so to speak. We could take turnabouts. That's fair play, is it not? But, the whole deal about no body parts, she hasn't seen any body parts yet, I would put a stop to that noise in a hurry.
So you're saying you would be the dominant, in other words?
Well, yeah.
Oh, we lost Veronica or Geoff Tate somehow. And,
what happened? Holy smokes!
We must have lost somebody.
What the hell? Man?
What the hell? What happened there?
Wow.
Are you hanging up on us, Jeff?
Yeah, he must have.